Well, we're closing in on Election Day, and as part of our commitment to you, we have invited each of the congressional candidates to join us to answer questions and help you decide who to vote for. Joining us tonight is Scott Soffen, running as the Libertarian candidate in District 7. Scott, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You want to talk about running as a Libertarian?
Well, the Libertarian Party, which many people aren't familiar with, is a socially liberal party and a fiscally conservative party. Socially liberal in the sense that we support gay rights and we support legalization of marijuana, but fiscally conservative in the sense that we believe that government should be as small as possible. That means less regulation and hopefully lower taxes.
Let's get to some of the questions we have here. Now, earlier this month, the president said he's going to delay to unilaterally act on the whole immigration issue until after the November elections. That's controversial. So is this a move that you're in favor with, or would you prefer that the president move into decisions with Congress?
Well, I'd like to see the president be as active as he can be within the law. The fundamental problem here is that Congress isn't doing its job of being active in this area. And the fundamental problem below that is that we need immigrants in this country. We need the unskilled immigrants to do the jobs that Americans won't do. We need the skilled immigrants to spur the economy and create new jobs themselves and form new businesses. Unfortunately, the Democrats are worried about immigrants stealing jobs from some Americans, while the Republicans almost seem to have a xenophobic fear of immigrants. From my perspective, I welcome immigrants into the country, and I would love to see every PhD that we hand out to an immigrant going to our schools attached to a green card so they stay here and help our economy.
Now, despite the unemployment rate hovering around about 6%, more than 92 million Americans are still not in the labor force, but the White House is touting more than 9 million jobs created, though, in the past 50 months. So we're close to 100 million people still not working. If elected, what would you do to correct that and turn that around?
Well, I think there are lots of reasons and causes for the unemployment problem that we have right now. Globalization, the change to an information-based economy is still occurring. There are a lot of things that government just can't do anything about, quite frankly. There are a couple things that government can do, and I would promote those, and the Libertarian Party would support those. One is to change our drug laws. The war on drugs has been a complete failure. It sends a lot of men to prison who then have prison records, who then can't get jobs. It breaks up families. It has a lot of ripple effects throughout the economy. And I believe that if we ended that prohibition on drugs, it would have a positive effect on a number of things, including the employability of our workforce. And the second thing that I would point to, and that the Libertarian Party supports, is deregulation and lower taxes, all of which are a consequence of shrinking the size of government and the role of government in the United States.
You know, approval ratings, Congress, just not really well right now, about 13%. So obviously that's not good. So what do you think that you could bring to Congress, if elected, to kind of improve the relationship between our congressional leaders and our voters?
Well, I think that's where Libertarian Party candidate really has the edge over some of the Republicans and Democrats. The Republicans and Democrats, their first loyalty seems to be to their party, and any type of compromise is viewed as disloyalty to the party. The end result is that Congress just can't get anything done, quite honestly. And as a libertarian, I don't have those loyalty issues to worry about. There aren't other libertarians in Congress. And frankly, I'd be the swing voter, if you will, within Congress that the other parties would be pandering to. So I wouldn't spend my time fundraising, which is where most Democrats and Republicans spend their time as elected officials, is fundraising. Instead, I would like to think that I'd be able to actually serve my constituents without worrying about party politics.
Quickly, why'd you decide to run for office?
Well, because I believe that libertarians are unrepresentative. I believe that there is a large segment of the population that is socially liberal, that is fiscally conservative, and they have to choose, do I want to be with the Democrats or do I want to be with the Republicans? I like to think that the Libertarian Party offers an alternative to that, and hopefully one that will operate Congress a whole lot more efficiently.
All right. Scott Soffen, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Kelly. I
We'll wish you
appreciate it.
the best of luck. We'll be right back.